If you're over 50 and you're looking for a job, you know it can be tough. Here to give us some advice is Kerry Hannon, author of Great Jobs 50 Plus. Kerry, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
So is it really hard to find a job when you're 50, and what are some things people can do if they need to make some more money?
Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is not as easy as one would want it to be when you're over 50 looking for a job. Ageism is alive and well in the workplace. And the big things that employers are worried about is that, one, first of all, you don't have the stamina. You're not up for the job. Number two, that your tech skills are way in the old ages, way back. So if you haven't ramped up your tech skills, that you're not going to play nicely with younger workers or younger bosses, which is generally going to happen, and that you're stuck in your ways. So you need to look at each of those things and say, how can I show that I'm not falling prey to those things? My favorite one, though, is to get physically fit. When you have a physical plan, I'm not saying you need to run a fast mile or bench press a lot, but you are physically fit in the sense that you bring this vibrancy, this energy, and this positivity to the interview. That employer, it's a subliminal thing that they say, hey, I want that.
What do you think some of the sort of best paid kind of accessible jobs are that most people could strive for?
I often encourage people to look to what their core skill set was before. So you might go into consulting, at least initially, and that can move into, or a contract position. Don't think of it as temporary work. That can also lead to something. So the professional things, if you have a background in finance, bookkeeping, anything that has a financial bent to it, usually you can find demand in that area. Healthcare is a growing field, so you can slice and dice that lots of ways. If you've been a project manager, if you've been in HR, if you've been a fundraiser, look at different ways you can get into the healthcare world. Physical therapists are highly in demand. Massage therapists are in demand. Look to jobs that ride the age wave. Look for jobs that people in their 50s and 60s can do for people in their 70s and their 80s. So when you look at that, there's patient advocate, which runs into the healthcare area. There's things like home modification pro. I think of that as a healthcare job, but if you have a background in construction or architecture, those sorts of things, interior design even, you might find a way to get into helping people age in place, which is what a lot of people want to do.